It's a battle to finish between the Nigerian team, Super Falcons of Nigeria, as they'll be facing Banyana of South Africa this evening, as the game will be coming up live over there in Morocco, where they fight for who will win the first game in their group. As it is, Super Eagles have been talking tough. Banyana also, they've been talking tough. Well, the next let's say the next 30 minutes, that game will be starting by 6 p.m. and hopefully Nigerian team will do well because a lot of scores will settle between the two teams. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. Joining me this evening is Daniel Emmanuel. Good to have Daniel.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Good one. Let's talk about women AFCON, and you look at our team. That's Super Falcons will be filing out by 6 p.m. They'll be facing Banyana. A lot of scores will settle, as I said earlier, because they came to Lagos, Nigeria. They won the Aisha Buhari Cup, 4-2, defeating us. It was a pain because that was the first time that event was held. And the youthful South African ladies shocked us by defeating us in that game. And it was very painful because it was on our soil. And a lot of people were like, what happened to Super Falcons? So tonight, or this evening rather, they have the chance to rewrite history by telling those girls it was a mistake, it was a fluke. We are ready to beat you guys this evening.
It's going to be a tough game for the Super Falcons because the Banyana ladies are coming all out, because they are not the underdogs. They are coming all out against the Super Falcons. The Super Falcons, they've won this competition for 9 times. So it will be a very dicey one for them against the Banyana ladies because it's going to be a tough game, and I hope they'll come all out to play very well against them tonight.
Okay, coming all out against them tonight, well, both of them will come out. We all know that because it's a tough match, and it's like you're placing the two best teams in the tournament together. They are in the same group, and a lot of people are already tipping the two of them to also qualify from the group at the expense of Botswana and Burundi. But tonight's game, if you are to look at maybe let's say a striker that's forward, a lot of people look at Asisa Oshoala and who, because we know that we have Onumonu there. We have a lot of strikers. And you look at the defense, and news came in that it's possible that Odega has been sanctioned by a CAF or thereabout, though it has not been confirmed yet. So we need to confirm that, although the Zambian lady, Banda, has been confirmed that she's among the 10 players that actually tested to high testosterone, they are, according to CAF, and so they won't be allowing them to play. But from this game that we are looking at, we know how young the South African ladies are. That youthfulness in them is helping them to have more speed, more agility, the strength to actually carry on because they are still very, very young. Compared to Super Falcons, where we have, although she may not be playing, Onome Ebi is 39, and some of our players too are aging, seriously aging. How do you see this game?
It all boils down to the experience the ladies have got. Experience really matter in this game. We might not have this kind of pace the South African ladies have, but we just need to use our experience to match them on the day. Asisa Oshoala, she will be our hope today because she's our best player for now. She's like one of the highest goal scorers in the Spanish league, Spanish female league. I see her doing something today. We just have to do our best against the South African ladies because they are quite tough. As you said, they are young and they are very vibrant. We just need to use our experience. Even at that, we should try as much as we can to hold them down. What matters again is the tactics the manager will bring into the game. Tactics again really matters because it will help us come all out against them.
Randy Wardrum, the coach of Super Eagles, he actually is saying that they are ready for this game. They want to make sure they win this game to silence the Banyana concerning the way they've been talking tough against the Falcons. And we hope that really the readiness will actually come to play as they face them this evening, as that game will be coming up by 6 p.m. Nigerians are hoping Super Falcons will defeat South African team, the Banyana, who really, they really developed, they really closed the gap against our team. But we know, according to Daniel Emmanuel, that experience will count as we believe that we can defeat them. There's a particular player that stands out in that team. Her name is Gatlana. Gatlana has been doing so well when it comes to scoring goals, and we just have to watch out for her. Although we have our own Ifeoma Numenu, Asisa Oshoala, and the likes of them, but we need to be very careful concerning that Gatlana.
I've never really watched her play, but I've been hearing a lot about her. no matter how good she is, we should be able to mark her down, you know, because definitely, obviously, she will be a threat to us, but we need to, our defenders need to align themselves well and know how to organize the defense to hold her down.
We just have to get our acts together to hold her down, and the entire youthful team of South Africa. That match will be coming by 6 p.m. and we hope that our team, Super Falcons, they will do us proud for this game this evening. Well, now let's look at some of the results of games that were played in the Nations Cup so far for the women. That is called WAFCON now. Matches where they play a lot of games, and we just have to look at the fact that, well, the likes of Tunisia, they was able to defeat Togo when it comes to this competition. We'll do one for them. Looking at the fact that they were able to do it. Congrats to the likes of Tunisia. Morocco also winning their game. I think we have some of this result there. Talking about the AFCON. So far, AFCON has been able to, at least it has started like joke. The host nation, Morocco, they were able to at least show class, winning their first game. And from there, Senegal also winning their game. Tunisia and all the likes. But attention is on how these ladies have been playing, because it seems African football really has developed when it comes to women.
Yes, it should, because most of the players, the African players, play abroad, and they will bring that experience from there back to Africa. It really changes the game, and the coaches they have right now have really evolved when it comes to tactics, their tactics, and how they organize the team. So it's going to be a good one for them, and I hope it goes well for each and every one of the teams in the competition.
Okay, now so far we know how these ladies how they did well qualifying against Ghana, against Cote d'Ivoire, against all us, when people were like maybe they are aging, will they be able to do it? And Coach Randy Wardrum has been able to instill new players, new legs to join Super Falcon, the old legs, and now we have a mixed new crop of players that have joined them so far. And now, if you look at it, it seems our ladies are kind of really ready for this Nations Cup.
They should be. They should be ready, because they are champions. So they should be ready, because every other team are also ready, and they should bring out their highest strengths to play this game, because it's not going to be easy. Despite the fact people are saying South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, there are other teams that are also good. When you check out the North African countries, the ladies, they are doing pretty well. Morocco, Tunisia, they won their matches today. So we should look out for those other teams too.
Now, looking at the result, they are talking about the WAFCON so far. Well, good one for Morocco. They beat Burkina Faso by a lone goal. Senegal, Uganda, 2-0 in favor of the Teranga Lionesses. And you have Cameroon Lionesses who actually drew goalless against Zambia. And you have Tunisia, they walloped Togo in that game. Well, good one for Tunisia. The North African ladies show class there against Togo. And you have Senegal, good one for them. They were able to win. And for Morocco, well, good one. At least they are the host nation. They actually started on a very good note by defeating Burkina Faso.
It's a good step for them. They are the hosts, so winning their first match is something they should do, and I hope they keep that up until they get to the toughest part of the competition.
While we are talking about the result, let's look at the fixture also. Aside the fact that Nigeria will be playing against South Africa, looking at the fixtures now, you have Botswana against Burundi. That will be coming up also by 9 p.m. But the fact is, Nigeria and South Africa will be coming up, and you have them by 6 p.m. and you have Burundi versus Botswana. That will also be coming up today. Well, the Burundi, Botswana, if you look at this group, you want to say, okay, well, the two teams will just be there as, like calling them supporters club. The fight is between Nigeria and South Africa, but football might not just go that way, because you should be expecting anything kind of shocking.
Obviously, we all expect Nigeria and South Africa to qualify from the group, but we shouldn't just put our hopes on that, because football can change things. We shouldn't look down on Burundi and Botswana. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So we should just see how the competition goes and expect the best.
Now, if you look at it, Botswana, they are also from the Southern Africa, and you want to look at Burundi, you can actually put them in the Central African one. So now they have a big fight will be coming up here, because we know that South Africa, Botswana, they know what is at stake, that they just have to up their game. Burundi, as a country, they just want to make sure they are not being read as if they're just there to make up the number. They can scoop up surprises.
They have a reason of being in this competition. They are not just there to show off themselves. Every team here are here to compete, and which is very much important for each and every one of them. Well, I just hope they play pretty well. Their managers should, make sure they come out with their best performance for every game they play, so that they'll come out well in every competition.
Hopefully, Super Falcons will show class by the time they fight out against Banyana. That game is at least do or die fight match there. You can call it a make or mar, but we just have to win that game to correct some impressions from South Africa, Banyana. Now, still talking about AFCON, but this time around, where it has to do with men. AFCON 2023 moved to January, February 2024. Coming from Confederation of African Football, after they met, they agreed that the rain in Cote d'Ivoire right now will not go well by the time it comes to next year. At the same time, June, July, if they are to host the AFCON for 2023, the rain will really disturb because it's heavy right now. And that's why they agreed that it's going to be January, February 2024, that Cote d'Ivoire, the likes of the city of Abidjan, Yamoussoukro Stadium, and all of them will be ready to host Africa when it comes to AFCON. Africa Cup of Nations 2023 will be coming up by 2024, January, February from CAF.
Yeah, it's good enough reason for it to be moved. Like they said, the rain is way too much there in Ivory Coast. So January, February is not bad because that's how we normally do it. But it will affect the Premier League club mostly because of the African players. Most of their key players are Africans, so it will affect them. But they have to live with it.
I don't see it as going to affect them. After all, we've been playing Nations Cup January, February, all these years. So it's just that, just like the way they see our continental competition, they kind of take it with levity. Meanwhile, Euros is not like that. Their weather is different from our own weather, and we are used to January, February. In fact, we are really trying to do it to even suit them one way or the other by taking it to June, July, to be candid. Because January, February has always been the time that Africa play Africa Cup of Nations. But now, rain has made us to actually refer back to the normal January, February, which to me, if they are complaining, they should also remember that that's how we have been doing it for years.
For years. Yeah, they should also consider that too. When it comes to the weather, we can't be playing every day when it rains. The competition has to, I don't see reason why CAF should move the date, the month to the normal month we normally play the competition.
To June, July.
Pressure. It's more of the pressure from the managers in Europe, which is really bad, and it's not good. CAF should stand their ground when it comes to making decisions like this. January, February should be the right time to host the competition, not June, July.
After all, if they can move because of weather, they shifted Qatar. Normally, World Cup comes out, we know it's always June, July. But now it's going to be November, December because of the weather in Qatar, because of the heat and the hotness. They have to do that. Now, our is okay, agreed. The rain will be much. But we are used to the January, February. It's as if we are just reverting back to the old style.
The Qatar World Cup case is quite different. You know, most of the players are used to the European weather. And coming to Qatar, where the weather is always hot, they might not perform at the highest level like they should. So it was a good reason for them to have moved it to November, December, because it will help them perform very well, and the weather will suit them.
So the rain will not disturb African players. Is that what you are saying?
They shouldn't have even made that decision of taking it from
So I don't know why CAF will be dancing to the tune of the European manager just because they want to suit them by taking it to. I think it's high time they should even state that okay, it's January, February, nothing like June, July.
June, July.
Because the same thing will happen later if Guinea that wants to bid for it next time. They are on the same west coast of Africa. You understand? Rain is always, we know June, July, August, September, rain is always very heavy. And if you still put it there at that time, it still be torrential rain during the period. So why are we still doing the same thing? Why don't we just, okay, CAF, AFCON is going to be January, February. Nothing stops. If you don't release our players, we have issues. Simple as that.
it's quite pitiful how our African leaders in our football terrain has been, listening to what all these managers have to say. We have to stand our ground when it comes to things like this as Africans. This is how we've been hosting this competition, January, February. It has to be that way. And nobody, be it a manager, should come and make that decision for them. It's your decision. You've been playing like that. Make the decision that will suit the Africans competing in the competition. It shouldn't suit the managers in Europe, because
and they should respect. They should respect
exactly
the African football culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Because most of the players that they signed came from Africa, and if we did not produce this player, how would we have signed them?
They should have it in their mind when signing these players that, okay, from so time to so time, they are leaving the club to go and play for a competition. They should have it in their mind. They should be proactive about it. They should know that, okay, yes, this guy is going, we should have an alternative for him. So that is just, it's as simple as that, than making a decision about when the African competition should be held. It doesn't make any sense at all to me.
Well, just so that everything goes well with WAFCON, because right now it's going to be coming up by January, February 2024 due to rain that is very heavy right now in Côte d'Ivoire, and CAF decided, okay, the best thing to do is to move this competition. But a lot of people are saying, why even moving it to June, July earlier? Why don't you just stay with the normal January, February that we are used to for so many years? Well, CAF needs to stand their ground by making sure things go well with a lot of African players and also Africans that really owns this particular tournament. Not for Europeans, it's actually for Africans. And we must stand our own. After all, CONMEBOL, CONCACAF, Euro, they don't respect our own. They do their own, let's do our own. When it comes to FIFA, yes, you can make sure this is for all of us. Now we move away from there. Let's talk about, just recently, the Minister of Youth and Sport Development traveled to Spain, to Portugal, to meet with some organization, also their government, to sign MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, concerning sport development in Nigeria, which include President Muhammadu Buhari. Well, let's listen to what Honorable Minister Sunday Dare said concerning the MOU that was signed.
Well, I think that the two MOUs we signed today, one on youth and one on sport, both of them are very significant. First, because this is the first time we're signing separate MOUs for youth, a separate for youth and a separate for sports, which gives credence to the fact that this MOU will have the kind of depth that we expect. The focus on youth will be to make sure there's an exchange program between the youth in Portugal and the youth in Nigeria, but also to leverage on the areas of entrepreneurship, the area of startups, the area of ICT and the digital economy. But also beyond that, to see how we can have youth in leadership and mentoring. When it comes to sports, we'll be partnering in the area of anti-doping. There's zero tolerance for doping in the world now. In the areas of sports medicine, which is a growing area of sports development. In the area of training for our coaches, for our athletes, and also to see how we can have camping. And also when it comes to sporting competitions, we can have both countries also work together and cooperate. So I am excited about the great possibility between Nigeria and Portugal. But also remember, football is king in this country. Nigeria is also a football-loving nation, and you see more than 280 Nigerian youngsters in this country playing football at various levels. So that's also important. This morning I was at Benfica. I met with two vice presidents. We had a meeting. Benfica has agreed to come and set up an academy in Nigeria and bring coaches from here to train Nigerian youth in football. And I think that's a major development for us. Well, right after the signing of the MOU, the next critical stage in the next 1 week will be for both countries to put together an implementation committee of 6 people, 3 from Portugal and 3 from Nigeria. That implementation committee will now draw up an action plan. Some of programs from Portugal will be put down, programs from Nigeria will be put down, and then we'll plug in and see which of the programs will fit in, and we can start almost immediately. So this MOU, we hope that in the next 1 month or so, we'll be able to have a final action plan and we can stand.
Hopefully it can stand, and at least let's develop our own for sport development in Nigeria, just the way the Portuguese of this world, America of this world, not forgetting England, Germany, all of them, the templates they use to get it done. And well, the first thing, sensitization matters. We need to let people know the importance of sport in our society. It should not just be seen as recreation, it should be seen as business. It can get people healthy, it's fitness, get them healthy, and also they can make a lot of money at that young or old, depend on the sport. There are some sports that even the aged one can still compete, where they can do, not everything is about running around. You can do mental sport like Scrabble, chess, not forgetting the likes of other ones that can at least get your mentality to be tested. Good one there, coming from the federal government. At least we're trying to get more impact from these nations there. Good one, Nigeria and Portugal sign an MOU on sports development. Now let's go transfer. Manchester City and Manchester United interested in Serge Gnabry. Gnabry has been playing for Bayern Munich, but now £35 million deal won't be bad if they can't get him. Arsenal have been dragging feet. They also have signed this player. News came out even since last season that they want to sign him. And from the way it is, well, Man City, Man United.
Man City, Man United going for a player like Serge Gnabry, well, it's going to be tough for both of them. It all depends on the player to decide where he wants to go to. But
why will it be tough?
He's a good player, and money shouldn't be an issue for both of them, though. But when two big clubs like this are going in for a player, it all boils down to the player himself and where he wants to be. That's why I said it's tough for them. But I feel Arsenal, he was once an Arsenal player. Arsenal should be the club he should go to. Well, I don't know. Well, Arsenal should be.
But if he doesn't want to come back to Arsenal and he wants to test, he wants to go to Man City with the mindset that, okay, no matter how it is, you are sure of winning a trophy.
And again, the Champions League is another thing that he's going to look at. Arsenal didn't qualify for the Champions League, but yeah, Champions League is another factor he should look at. And I think he might go to City. As a player that he is.
Because he's sure of at least, I'm saying one trophy.
Yeah, at least.
At least one trophy.
Yes, at least one trophy, because he's been winning. He's a trophy-winning player. He has won a lot at Bayern Munich. And coming to England, Man City will be the favorite club for him to go to as a player, except there might be changes, and money speaks too. So it all matters a lot.
Recently, you can always bet at yourself that Manchester City, Liverpool, if you play for them, you are bound to win a trophy.
Yeah,
no matter how poor the season is, right? For the past 2-3 years now, both teams have been very consistent in winning for their fans.
Yeah.
We've been looking at the chances of Serge Gnabry joining Manchester City or Manchester United from Bayern. £35 million is the amount placed on his head. Let's see if they can wrestle with Arsenal, his former club, and get this very talented player who could be joining either of them. Now we look at midfielder Arturo Vidal. The strong midfielder right now has preferred to join Flamengo of Brazil rather than joining Boca Juniors of Argentina. Well, from Inter Milan straight down to Brazil, where he'll be dancing to some samba. He'll be playing for Flamengo. We know how big, gigantic Flamengo are actually over there in Brazil. He prefers to move there than Boca.
I'm quite excited and happy.
Flamengo?
Yeah, not just him. Most of the Brazilian players that are retiring or leaving Europe are going back to their country or going back to South America to play in the leagues. South America, they are a very huge football-loving continent. Their clubs are well-to-do, and they've got the money to pay these guys, and that is why they're going back. They want to be closer to their family. That's more reason why they're going back to South America.
But Argentina is in the same South America.
Yeah.
Brazil is there. It's from Chile.
It's from Chile, yes.
So,
yes.
And if you check the map, I don't know, maybe personal interest, Flamengo, looking at, just like we said earlier, there's every chance for you to win a trophy with Flamengo.
Yes,
Boca Junior, biggest when it comes to Boca Junior and River Plate are two biggest teams in Argentina.
League, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. He made his decision. He knows why he went to Flamengo. Like I said earlier before now, the money matters. Maybe it depends on how much they're going to pay him. That's the reason why he decides to go to Flamengo. And Flamengo is a very good side. They've got a good manager, and they've got an amazing stadium with good fans. So I think that's the reason why he went there, and he's going to do pretty well there in Flamengo.
If we do well in Flamengo, according to Daniel Emalia, they are the likes of Sao Paulo, Corinthians, they are all over there in Brazilian league. Well, for Boca Juniors, painful. They couldn't get their man Arturo Vidal, who come from Chile. He now decided to join Flamengo from Inter Milan. Congrats to him. He's a very good player, despite his antics. But you cannot rule him out. Very, very strong player. Congratulations to Arturo Vidal and Flamengo. And we have Xavi. That's the coach or the manager of Barcelona. I can tell 6 players they have no future at Barcelona. What a way to go. When you tell players they don't have future, they are surplus requirement. 6 of them, let's look at those 6 players that will be leaving, because according to him, they don't need them anymore. That's Puig is there, Neto is there, Oscar Migueza is there, Clement Lenglet, Samuel Umtiti, and Musa Weg, all of them, 6 of them, 6 Barcelona players up for sale by Xavi, telling them that, well, even though you are very, very good, but we don't need your service anymore. We need to just let you go.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Barca as a team, as a last season, they've been very poor. It is important that they get the right players for the team so that they can compete in Europe and in the Spanish La Liga. Umtiti has not been playing. I see no reason why he's even still in Barca up until now. He should have left since. Lenglet has been linked with Tottenham. They want to take him on loan, but as it is now, it's like it's going to be a sale. Barca, the decision Xavi is taking is the right decision for them, and they need the money. You know, they need the money to get in players. They're still looking on getting Lewandowski, but money is the issue now. Once De Jong is sold, of which I'm not sure yet, they can use that money to get him into the club. Barca needs to reshuffle and get themselves back as we know them to be.
Yeah, Barcelona, we know them to be one of the biggest teams in Spanish La Liga and even across the world. 6 players have been told they will be going out on surplus requirement coming from Xavi there. That will be it on 360 Sport on Trust TV. Daniel Emmanuel, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for having at least staying to watch our show too. 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.